Hello, welcome to our program. In one of the most controversial videos of our channel, a mother betrays her son and prepares his suitcase with cocaine in it. In the end, they are both arrested. We'll leave the link for you to watch it later, but today's case surprises us even more. It is about a Narco family. The Molina family were preparing to board the plane that would take them to Madrid, where a life of luxury and comfort awaited them. They had made it through the security checks without arousing suspicion. They thought they had been very clever and that no one would discover them. However, they did not count on the fact that the anti-narcotics police had a special operation at El Dorado airport. First, the father would pass through and then the children would be investigated. As they approached the boarding gate, they were approached by the police and asked routine questions. The Molinas became nervous and did not know how to answer coherently. The police then asked them to show their hand luggage and searched it carefully. Do you have a food contribution? Do you have an answering machine?
A Verifica is a metal set, this?
They were sent to a private room for a more intensive search. We are looking at the father of the family, who was detained together with his children Juliana and Juan Jose, and with a limit of trámite. Once the contraband was detected, the police proceeded to search him to see if he had any sharp objects. In addition, they ask him for all the foreign currency he has, which will be inventoried and made available to the judge investigating the smuggling case.
During the search, cocaine weighing almost 5.5 kilos was detected, which was hidden in a laptop and in 2 neck rest cushions.
That is why the police proceeded to put handcuffs on this subject, while they proceeded to search his daughter. The police report that this is young Juliana Molina Acevedo, the daughter of the person we just saw, who is only 20 years old. Although the father had already had one of these cushions to rest his neck checked, the texture caught the attention of the police. and they're going to proceed to do a drug test on him.
You could see a white powdery substance coming out. Did you notice?
It's a small piece of cloth that has been completely rubbed off.
If the substance comes into contact with the substance, it becomes a support for this little thing, and it is eliminated so that it can be denatured. Which one is the most important? Which one is the most important? Which one is the most important? Which one is the most important?
The 20-year-old girl meets the same fate as her father.
Cocaine was detected in her luggage, and she will therefore be exposed and handed over to the authorities.
Now we have to check the brother of this girl, who is only 22 years old.
Good morning. What we are going to do is to ride with our family in the acrobatic chocantine. This is today's pair. We are going to be able to fix a bucho.
In the middle of the procedure, the uniformed officers found in a laptop and 2 neck rest cushions a powdery substance that later, when the field tests were carried out, showed positive for cocaine, with a gross weight of almost 5.5 kilos.
They are bigger red cars, but no worries. We are going to carry out a small, rather loose inspection.
Police noticed something odd about this laptop. According to Colombian police, John Jairo allegedly involved his children Juliana and Juan Jose in order to smuggle narcotics abroad, an operation that was foiled. The family was approached by the profilers, and when they were asked routine questions, they showed a suspicious attitude, which led to a physical search of their 3 pieces of hand luggage. The family members were handed over to the competent judicial authorities for their respective explanations.
How can this be?
How can this be?
How can this be?
How can this be? How can this be? How can this be?
Unfortunately for this 22-year-old, he will suffer the same fate as his 20-year-old sister, a fate that was destined by his father, who had even set up some companies as a front for this smuggling operation that he was taking to Spain from Colombia. Of course, both young people are at the disposal of the justice system, and it is estimated that they will try to wash their responsibilities in order to be released. And as we mentioned at the beginning of the video, this is not the only outrageous case. This Colombian mother packed her son's suitcase and they both ended up behind bars. Don't miss it, the link is in our profile. El Dorado Airport, Bogotá, Colombia, February 2024. The National Police seized this suitcase from a Brazilian citizen who intended to travel to her country, but inside they found 130 jars that were camouflaged and contained endangered species. Is known as harlequin poison dart frogs and is sought after in international markets by collectors who pay up to $1,000 for each one, taking into account its exotic beauty and origin, which in the case of Colombia are unique and inhabit the rainforests of the Pacific region. This Brazilian woman was 37 years old and said that it was a gift received by the ethnic communities of the Nariño area. However, the quantity of species transported and the considerable damage to the ecosystem led to the prosecution for the crime of wildlife trafficking. And the Brazilian woman was handed over to the Attorney General's office, and these endangered wildlife species were handed over to the District Environment Secretariat of Bogota and then left in the care of the Wildlife and Flora Center. However, the penalties for these crimes do not carry many years, so trafficking is constantly on the rise.